Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's Headmasters blog. It's Friday, the 11th of March. Well, I'm sure, like me, since my last recording a week or so ago, you have watched events unfold on our television screens, across digital and social media, with alarm, and our hearts go out to all of those Ukrainian families who have been displaced from their homes, from their places of work, from their schools, and of course, in many instances, homeless or bereaved or mourning. And I am very, very grateful that in our own small way, we have managed to supply an absolute truckload of items that may be of some practical help and support via the Red Cross depot to Poland, where it will meet the needs of those refugees who are there and in urgent need of help and support. I'm very, very proud of our school community for rallying around and offering so much support so quickly. And thank you in particular to Monica Wraith, to Gemma Highlands, who have coordinated us and taking it through to the Red Cross depot, who actually posted on social media how blown away they were by the amount that we managed to offer to them. So a very small gesture, but one, again, that is extremely commensurate with our values and our humanity at Kingswood House. So I speak to you from a position of great pride. Thank you very much to all of you parents who have had, as one notably described it on social media this week, their houses ransacked, but for a very good cause indeed. Back here at Kingswood House, we held a really successful tea and talk on Monday for girls and their mums. Thank you very much to Amanda Earle for organising that. And Marinda Depana came in and talked with great authority about anxiety and about techniques for relaxation. It was a really, really good afternoon. So thank you to all staff who contributed to that. Thank you also to Mrs. Linley for putting together a really exciting assembly with her Form 6L on Wednesday morning. Really loved the reference to Treasure Island and trying to do the right thing, even in the face of a mutiny. And you can read all about that in the newsletter this week. On Tuesday, we held our inaugural study centre coffee morning. It went down very well. Mrs. Ibbotson and Miss Wilson are extremely pleased with how that went, so you can look forward to another event in the diary in the summer term. We've also had lots going on for National Careers Week this week. Miss Black has been very busy as ever getting that sorted out, so please again take a look in the newsletter and make sure that you're not missing out on some of the excellent resources that she's put together for you. Unfortunately, we had to put back our Tea Time music concert, but that will now take place, I believe, just before the last week of the term. So make sure you look ahead and get that date into your calendar. And next week, we have our famous Wellbeing Week here at Kingswood House. I suppose, in theory, every week here at Kingswood House is a Wellbeing Week, because that's just the way that we are made. This afternoon, for example, you may well have heard lots of shrieks of excitement, and that's because we have workshops going on all about well-being, all about how we can prevent cyberbullying, how we can feel good about ourselves, how not to body shame others. I'm not quite sure how the very loud pop music I heard coming out of the Langlands building equates to that, but you can sense, I'm sure, in the background that the kids are very excited and having a wonderful time. On Monday, we have Paul Hannaford coming in, and Mr. Hannaford is a very, very well-noted speaker about county lines, drawing on his own very personal experience of how he took some poor decisions earlier in his life that ended up with him hanging around with people that were influencing him in all the wrong ways. And he will talk very profoundly to all of the boys and girls on his visit on Monday. That is not to be missed. And later in the week, I believe we have a therapy dog coming in, and that will be a very popular event with the staff as much as with the boys and girls, I am sure. So lots to look forward to as well. In the meantime, let's have a look and see who has been doing well in mentions and dispatches. Firstly, well done to all of reception for their great effort with World Book Day outfits, says Mr. Clerk, and well done to everybody from Madame Swift in reception for great work being bears when they were doing the French version of Goldilocks. Well done in Form 2 and 3L to Maye Barger for his excellent programming of B-Bots, says Mrs. Lambert. Well done to William Nelson Bowling for his work on computer science as well from Miss Smith. Well done from Mr. Lordy to all of the Year 4 boys for their hard work and contact rugby match, scoring 6 tries in the process and making some excellent tackles. Dexter Braithwaite's been working hard at trying to stay focused in 5F. Josh Graham likewise, reports Miss Forbes. Ryan Batcher working hard in his organisation. Josh Graham, another nomination for you for improved work in maths from Miss Sumners. Benji Adams has worked very hard for the class assembly this week, shouldering a large role, reports Mrs. Linley, and in general, well done to all of her class for that excellent assembly. Lily Rose Milne, Sophie Teasman, Indy Daisley, Dolly Morris on fire in geography, reports Mr. Lordy, and another nomination for Lily Rose for her excellent conversations that she's had with Madame Swift recently and her bubbly personality, which I think describes Lily Rose very well. The whole class, excellent work recapping verb conjugations for Madame Swift in 6S. Ezra Oxley Wilson, a really good performance in key skills test this week from Mr. Barrett. Henry Rusko and Howard Kim, both pupils offering to help a friend this week, reports Miss Black. Gabriel Clark, always polite, listens carefully. And Akshita, well done for showing great enthusiasm in the sports enrichment challenges. Great to see you, Akshita, getting a nomination so soon in your Kingswood House career. James Dowell and Kieran Schmidt, Jack Guiney volunteering to help with the Ukraine collection, reports Miss Patel. Ethan Bowl, Fred Kruger, Finney Rosendale, Harrison West. Groovy PowerPoint presentations on renewable energy, reports Mr. Barrett. Pippa Taylor, well done for excellent conceptual thinking about probability from Mr. Farmer. Yusuf, Masood and Shatra Charlie, really good effort in science for Miss Foster. Well done to Jasper Wong, who saw a lower prep pupil struggling with their bags and offered to help carry them for them to the changing room. Well done, Jasper. I love to hear that. Thank you, Mr. Lordy. Johnny Barnes and Joshie Idris, really good work in science assessments for Miss Patel. And Mrs. Lindley, well done to all of Year 8 for their excellent scores in recent maths assessments. Into the seniors, all of 9B have been commended for their excellent assembly last week on the importance of gratitude, reports Mrs. Bray. Ollie Gow, a consistently high effort in maths for Mr. Farmer. Tarani, Bogdan, Tobias Van Hennigan, all of these pupils work hard in science for Miss Black. Ollie Gow, another nomination for you, well done. You're showing a really good understanding of the topic of photosynthesis and respiration at the moment. Tobias Van Hennigan, another nomination for you for your excellent character profile of Macduff, reports Mr. March. 9H, Nathan Aswell for Zonjawa, James Carr, really good attitude for Mr. Hendry. Dan Pepper, turning around his attitude in English. Matt Mullin, Rui Fitzpatrick and Henry Sweetman for growing in confidence, reports Miss Patel. And Jack Rolls worked very well in science this week when he had to work as part of a team planning a practical. He showed a good understanding of the topic of respiration, reports Miss Black. Into Year 10, 10H, a very honest and humorous PHSE session on personal hygiene, reports Mrs. Hornstetter. Very good to know, she says, that so many of them change their own bedding on a weekly basis. Well done to all of 10H for their generous donations for the Ukraine. And Harvey Weems has used some great vocabulary recently in the action of white blood cells. And Ted Rees really pushing himself in lessons for Mrs. Linley. Chris Hawksey fought a very well-earned try against Box Hill for Mrs. Weston in 10W. And Theo Spick and Ewan Walker, fab ambassadors for Kingswood House on Open Day, reports Mr. Bailey. Angelo Cooper working hard, displaying a great participation in the classics lessons for Mrs. Weston. And Max Mitchell-Nesbitt has received multiple offers for his choices of sixth form college, so well done to you, Max, from Miss Black. Congratulations to Joe Offen, who has also been accepted at Seaford, Esher and Kingston Colleges. What a great position to be in, says Mrs. Wraith. Congratulations, Joe, I'm really pleased for you. Joe Offen again, Ollie Savage, Eddie Fisher for their great work in prep for Miss Patel. Mrs. Bray's English class for their focus and dedication. Every one of them wrote their best ever piece of descriptive writing last week. Well done to you as well, Mrs. Bray. That doesn't happen by chance. It happens by excellent teaching as well. And finally, a big thank you on behalf of everybody at the school from Mrs. Wraith for all of your generous donations for the Ukraine crisis, and especially a big thanks to Miss Highlands for her efforts as well. So as you can see, it's been another busy week. We're getting towards the stage of term now where we have report writing and grade cards very much on our horizon, and equally we're looking forward to the Year 8 GCSE options evening, which is coming up very, very soon. In the meantime, keep safe, keep well, and have a super weekend.